Life is filled with noise, expectations, responsibilities, past regrets, and future anxieties. We carry the weight of things we've been told, experiences we've endured, and fears we've accumulated. But in the midst of all this, how often do we stop to ask ourselves the questions that truly matter? How often do we dig beneath the surface of who we appear to be and uncover the truth about our hidden self? There are three eye-opening questions that have the power to cut through the clutter, reveal what's buried deep within, and guide you toward peace. The first question is one that challenges your sense of identity. Who are you when no one is watching? Society conditions us to put on masks, to be the person others expect us to be. We behave in ways that win approval, avoid confrontation, or fit in. But when you strip all that away, who remains? What are the values you stand for? What are the desires you suppress because they seem inconvenient or impractical? If you sat in silence with no outside influence, would you recognize the person staring back at you? The answer may not be immediate, but it is essential. You cannot find peace without knowing yourself, and you cannot know yourself without first questioning the version of you that the world sees. The second question forces you to confront the weight you carry. What pain are you holding on to that no longer serves you? We all have wounds. Some fresh, others decades old. Sometimes we mistake carrying pain for strength, believing that if we hold on to it, we remain vigilant against being hurt again. But in reality, unhealed wounds only chain us to the past. They whisper doubts into our ears, shape our reactions, and limit our potential. Imagine for a moment that you could set that burden down. What would life feel like without it? Would you walk lighter, breathe easier, love deeper? Peace is not something you find, it is something you create by making the choice to let go. The third question cuts through distractions and reveals what truly matters. If today were your last day, would you be proud of how you lived? It's easy to get lost in the trivial details of life, checking off to-do lists, meeting deadlines, fulfilling obligations. But in the grand scheme, are you living in alignment with your deepest truth? Would you regret the words left unspoken, the dreams left unexpressed, the love left unexpressed? When we contemplate our mortality, clarity emerges. The things that seemed important fade into the background, and what truly matters stands out. If your answer is no, then now is the time to change it. Not tomorrow, not someday, now. These three questions hold the power to reshape your life. They are not easy to answer, nor are they meant to be. They require you to be brutally honest with yourself, to face truths that may be uncomfortable, and to make choices that may be difficult. But on the other side of that discomfort lies something invaluable: peace. A peace that is not dependent on circumstances, approval, or validation. A peace that comes from within, from knowing yourself, healing your wounds, and living with intention. Many people spend their entire lives avoiding these questions, afraid of what they might find. They fill their days with distractions, numbing themselves to the discomfort of self-exploration. But deep down, the longing for something more never fades. It lingers in quiet moments, in sleepless nights, in the feeling that something is missing. That longing is a call to stop, to listen, to search within. Your hidden self is not lost, nor is it beyond reach. It is waiting beneath the surface, beneath the expectations and noise, beneath the wounds and regrets. To find it, you must be willing to step into the unknown, to embrace uncertainty, to face the parts of yourself you've ignored. It will not be easy, but it will be worth it. Because at the end of this journey, you will not just find peace, you will find yourself. Most people spend their lives searching outward, hoping to find happiness, validation, and meaning in external achievements, relationships, or possessions. They believe that once they reach a certain milestone, whether it's financial success, romantic fulfillment, or social approval, they will finally feel whole. But what if everything they are searching for has been within them all along? The answers to life's deepest struggles do not come from the world outside, but from the world within. Yet, to access these answers, you must be willing to strip away illusions and face the truth of who you are. Many avoid this kind of self-discovery because it requires vulnerability. It requires looking at the parts of yourself you may not be proud of, the fears you haven't confronted, the habits that hold you back, the unresolved emotions that shape your every decision. But avoiding these things does not make them disappear. It only allows them to grow stronger in the background, influencing your life in ways you may not even realize. The 3 questions that reveal your hidden self are not just philosophical exercises. They are keys to unlocking the peace, freedom, and clarity you crave. Consider the first question again. Who are you when no one is watching? This is not about your job title, your role in your family, or how others perceive you. It is about the essence of your being. What excites you? What dreams have you silenced? What values truly define you, even when it's inconvenient to live by them? Many people go through life playing roles that were assigned to them, rather than embracing the person they were meant to be. But how long can you wear a mask before it begins to suffocate you? If you struggle to answer this question, don't be discouraged. Self-discovery is not instant. It is a process. It starts with small moments of honesty. Pay attention to the things that bring you genuine joy, the conversations that ignite your soul, the activities where you lose track of time. These are clues pointing you toward your authentic self. And once you recognize that self, the next step is having the courage to live in alignment with it. The second question, what pain are you holding on to that no longer serves you? Demands a level of introspection that many people avoid. Pain is not just an emotion. It is a force that shapes your decisions, your relationships, and your self-worth. The wounds of the past can become chains, keeping you stuck in patterns of fear, doubt, and resentment. But here's the truth. You do not have to carry what was never meant to be yours. Healing does not mean pretending the past didn't happen. It does not mean dismissing the pain or forcing yourself to just move on. True healing comes from acknowledging the hurt, understanding its impact, and then choosing, day by day, to release its grip on you. Imagine if you could wake up tomorrow free from the weight of old wounds. Imagine how light, how peaceful, how open your heart would feel. That possibility is not a fantasy, it is a choice. And it begins the moment you decide to let go. Then there's the third question. If today were your last day, would you be proud of how you lived? This question cuts through all distractions, forcing you to evaluate whether you are truly living or merely existing. Every day we are presented with choices. To express love or hold back, to pursue our dreams or postpone them, to speak our truth or remain silent. And yet so many people act as if they have infinite time, as if there will always be another opportunity. But time is the one thing you can never get back. Think about your life as it stands right now. If everything were to end today, would you feel fulfilled? Would you be at peace with the way you have spent your days? If the answer is no, then the most powerful decision you can make is to change it now. Not tomorrow, not next year, but in this very moment. Because peace does not come from waiting. It comes from action, from making choices that align with your deepest truths. Finding your hidden self is not about reinventing who you are. It is about uncovering who you have always been, beneath the fears, expectations, and pain. It is about remembering that you are not defined by your past, your failures, or the opinions of others. You are defined by the choices you make today, the courage to be authentic, the willingness to heal, the determination to live fully. So ask yourself again, who are you when no one is watching? What pain are you holding on to that no longer serves you? If today were your last day, Would you be proud of how you lived? The answers to these questions may not come easily. They may require reflection, honesty, and discomfort. But within those answers lies the key to cutting through the clutter and finding true peace. Because peace is not something you search for, it is something you create by choosing to live in alignment with your highest self.